Hello, and welcome to the Mental Funny Bone. Why does it make me laugh every time? Every time you do something gross, I'm like, she's adorable.
It's so funny. She burped and then she farted. Not at the same time because that's very rare. Um, go ahead. Sorry. Welcome to the
Hey,
Mental Funny
the
Bone.
Funny
Go
Bone.
ahead.
I'm Christine, and this is my sister Sarah. She burps a lot. But we are a podcast dedicated to mental health and making sure that the people out there know that they are not alone in their journeys to becoming better human beings and better mental fitness, wellness people. Amen.
Yeah. Amen. Was it a prayer? I don't know. Was it the blessing?
Sometimes it feels like it. It feels like the blessing. Like we need to say these few words before we get started. We need to talk to the podcast gods about giving us funny shit to say.
I would like to say, based on our intro, can you imagine if I had to do online dating, like my profile? She says fuck a lot. She burps. She farts. She also eats, and not salad, like a lot of wings, and she likes Miller Lite.
Right. I thank God that I don't have to do online dating because it would just be.
I mean, can you imagine the group I would pull with that description? Oof. Yeah, sorry.
You could do regular dating and do just as well.
Yeah, the good news is I never ever have to date again. So that's really fucking cool.
That is the good news.
And I have found somebody just the normal way. Not the normal. I mean, online dating is cool, whatever. I found somebody in real life. No, that still sounds
Well,
bad.
I
You know
mean,
what I mean?
I hate to point it out, but you just dated your boss.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Why wouldn't I?
I feel like that's what happened.
Yeah, I fell down the steps and he felt bad for me and then dated me. And look at us now, 23 years later.
I am also concerned about my audio setup today
Mm,
because I forgot to bring my headphones with me.
mm.
So, and I can tell by the constant blue surrounding my little thing that it's picking up every
I could
single.
hear maybe an air conditioning.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For
Okay.
sure. That
Okay.
thing is
Yeah.
loud. Also, all right. No, that's going to be
That's,
great. That's going to
that's
be
what
great.
it sounds like.
We'll take care of that in post. Is that what we call it? Is it post? We'll take care of that
Fuck.
in
I don't
editing.
fucking know.
Whatever Becca does, she'll fix it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Becca the intern. We miss you today, Becca.
Becca's going to do some help. Becca's going to help me with some stuff. I have a YouTube channel. I also have a Pinterest page.
Tell me more about your pop. Let's pop it up.
These are two things I have to work on because I don't really understand them. And making videos, I thought wouldn't be like that difficult for me. I tried and it's like the last one I think I made just started with, this is fucking stupid.
I don't know what to do.
So Plan Over Panic
Yeah.
has been launched for officially a month.
Yay! I wish I had like graphics or sound effects to do like fireworks,
Celebrate,
champagne
celebrate.
pops or something. I'll just do it with my hands. You guys got to look at the YouTube video because it's epic. Off you go.
Yeah, it's there. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I'm not getting the results that I'm supposed to get based on what I'm doing. So that's kind of shitty and kind of frustrating, but it's only been a month. I didn't expect to have a full client list by now. My subscriptions, newsletter subscriptions are growing, so that's good. I have a couple potential clients, but I think my first client I'm actually going to suggest someone else. I don't there's lots that I don't really think I should talk about on a podcast.
Cool.
But from a business standpoint, it's a little frustrating.
But I mean, think about how far ahead of the game you are than the people who have ideas about their new business venture.
Yeah.
When when I was doing a lot more entrepreneurial things in the workplace, the idea is always that you want to get started and you want
Mhm.
to look at it and you want to get something out there so that you can move it and tweak it and make it better. But you can't make it better until you get something out there. And this, just like when we were running half marathons back in the day, like
Mhm.
we're the shittiest runs that we had, ones where spiders came down out of nowhere, like heaven
Yeah.
spiders, circus spiders, and
Circus
jumped on
spiders, yeah.
us. Those were better runs than anyone who was sleeping on the couch.
Right, right. I've taken the step. I'm moving forward. I am learning. And speaking of learning, just started, well, no, not just started. I'm just finishing up CBT coaching certification. So cognitive behavioral in coaching, it's technique, not therapy, because we're not therapists.
Yeah, you're just techniquing.
So I'm finishing up that. And after that, I'm going to be starting mindfulness and self-awareness coaching.
Do you want to say hi to Olivia super quick?
Hi, Olivia.
Hello.
Olivia, join the
Hello.
podcast for a moment.
Hello.
Isn't she gorgeous?
Are you going to soccer practice now?
I'm going to help the freshmen move into college, which I
Mhm.
don't know why. I'm not a freshman. And
Yeah, but
I'm
you're nice and you want to make them comfortable.
Like big muscles. I
Yeah.
think that's why coach suggested it, because you're just going to spend all day lifting.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Good chat. Good chat. Good talk. Good talk. Good talk.
I love her. I'm sorry. Mindfulness.
No, I'm just after my CBT certificate, I'm going to start working on mindfulness and self-awareness certificate.
That is amazing. Again, I think that there are so many ways to be positive about your pop. It's flat out just to have started it, to have organized as much as you have organized. Like, I know that I'm your sister and I'm going to cheerlead no matter what. So many people have these ideas and so many people feel inspired to do this. And so many people are playing Candy Crush on the couch.
Playing farm games. I gave up my farm game for this.
I mean, it's literally like you're like the poster kid for people who I don't know. Like you got the farm game, you got dragon books you have to read, and you decided, you know what? Instead of farm games and dragon books, I'm just going to do this thing that I've been inspired to do and have been kind of afraid to do. So,
Yeah, I think it comes back to, well, I don't think so. I know it comes back to solid, deep work on values and what you're willing to give up to go for the values that really matter. And so I think that's really where I made that choice. But that's choice happens. And that's where it started for me. And I'm very proud of everything I've done. I've done a shit ton of work over the past 2 months and I've created a lot of things. And I'm just looking forward for somebody to actually use the things that I'm creating. And yeah.
patience, patience.
And I
Patience.
said like everything that I've signed up for is pretty much a year subscription. So I'm in it for at least a year.
I mean, exactly.
And we'll see where it goes. And
And I mean, I think that the valuable part of it, even if you never have a client, and this is kind of what I was getting to with, do something.
mhm.
Like, even if you never have a client, you have the experience of laying out a business plan and not just a piece of paper with like three things on it. And you have the foundation of looking at values and lining yourself up with them. And I think that that's the true takeaway from it for me. That, I mean, you don't need to really, like, that is success. I mean, if we're going to define success, um that is where it comes in, I think.
Yeah. And I mean, I feel like the least that could come out of it is I'm getting these certifications, and getting these certifications is just coaching myself.
Yes. Like,
So
exactly.
that's kind of cool. So I get that. And hopefully I use that and learn in my own life. So that's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we
I
are.
love
So
it.
I'm proud of myself. I am still excited. I'm trying not to get down. I'm still going to do the marketing things that I know, but I don't have like the first surge of marketing where I grew my list is where I put money in. Like you have to invest a little bit. I don't have any more to invest. So it's going to have to be what it is. Like I don't know what else to do.
But also that's kind of the business. Like you're
Yeah.
just dealing with constraints all the time. Like I can only have this many people or this many things or this many widgets. Like that's
Yeah.
just life.
Yeah.
Also, before we get too deep, I want to point out that it is so humid in North Carolina that I am actually watching this hair curl real time.
Oh,
It was straight when we started, and now now it's gotten a little spiral to it.
I love humidity.
Right. It is amazing. Like I didn't realize that the South, this might be why we had a civil war because it is so humid here.
It's so, because
So
he's
like
just
it is
pissed.
hot. Everyone's like, listen, I don't want to play by your rules. It's hot.
I was in Louisiana in June or July, I think. I mean, years ago. And that might be the worst experience I've ever had. Outside of the drive through alcoholic slushies, that and eating alligator,
It's like
there was there was a lot of things that were really cool about that trip. What was not cool was taking a shower, putting makeup on, fixing your hair, looking like a professional human being, and then walking outside and immediately sweating and not being able to breathe. Like I looked at my boss and was like, I don't know why the fuck I showered.
why do people I
Why does
don't know.
anybody shower?
We're in a swamp. Well, I don't
It's
understand. I
just
don't
fucking
get it
disgusting.
here. Yeah. And so for the people, I am in North Carolina right now. And I am moving Olivia back into a dorm room for junior year. And I have to say, I don't recall there being a big jump up in quality of rooms between sophomore year and junior year when I went to school. I mean, you're still staying in I stayed in the sorority house. So I stayed in the same crappy ass 10 by 10 space that I shared with various roommates through
I
that whole
didn't make
experience.
it to my junior year living with people. Like my technical junior year, I was at home by then.
I mean,
Oh no, I was in the sorority house for a semester.
we all get through it in different ways.
It went
But
very poorly.
imagine that. Imagine someone stuck your attention deficit hyperactivity ass into a place where there's no structure and a lot of loud girls and booze. Like, wow. I don't know why this didn't go better.
No, you know what I think go better? Rush Hour.
Like the game, not the movie with Jackie Chan.
No, no, the game. Because this is where I had like this is where I was down. I was down bad. Like I hate it. I was sad. And so I didn't really leave my room that much.
This is this is also where our darling Olivia kind of is. She's over it. Like 2 years, it's been fun. She's
Yeah.
like 6 months younger than everybody else here, but she's like, I'm so done. I'm so done.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I I didn't get there until senior year. Like senior year, I was like, I
Yeah.
don't like when I played soccer my senior year, I don't think I even tried to learn everybody's name on the team. Like on the
Yeah.
outside, I was like, yeah, hey, how's it going? But on the inside, I was like, I don't I mean, I tore my or partially tore my ACL like 2 days into the season and then had to like limp the rest of the way through it.
Yeah.
After that, I just really hated everybody.
Hmm.
The trainer who was like, I think it's just your pain tolerance. Is it? Because
Mm,
I'm talking to you and I'm not crying, so it's not really my pain tolerance.
I'll show you pain tolerance, you cunt.
Right. Hey, hey, doc, I'll see you next Tuesday then. How about that?
Fuck off.
Anyway, so here I am in North Carolina. I've rented the nicest, prettiest Airbnb, and it, I'm trying to like consolidate my thoughts on Airbnbs because they're awesome, right? I mean, this place, if you're on the YouTubes, it looks like a Gothic museum. I mean, there's just no getting around it. It's beautiful. There's a chandelier, there's artwork, there's so much lighting in here that it took me 20 minutes to figure out what all the switches were for.
Jeez, it's one of
Do you want to see
those.
this? you want to see the kitchen? Hold on,
Sure.
YouTubes.
Yeah.
Let me spin this guy around. There's the stairway. For some reason, it looks like an elementary school out in the hallway.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say, I don't know about that. Oh, look how pretty. I love a pretty kitchen.
I mean, that is nice. Can you see the Miller Lite Tower back there?
I did not see the Miller Light Tower.
Okay, let me focus in like back
Oh,
there.
there it is. There she is. Nice.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's enough making people sick by moving the laptop around. All right. Sorry, YouTubes, but I wanted you to see and it's 2 floors. This is the same price as a hotel room that I stayed in with your mom and dad and Olivia.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I mean, for pricing, Airbnb is definitely the way to go.
it's ridiculous. There's 2 floors. There's a stairway.
Yeah.
You have to walk
I saw,
through
you
the
have to go through
St.
you have to
Michael's.
go through, I was just going to say, you have to go through St. Michael's to get there.
But I mean, once you make it upstairs, again, it's
You'll see Mrs. Delamay on your way.
oh my gosh, yes, yes, and the really nice lady who worked in the library, all of these people are hanging out in the hallway.
I don't remember the library.
I'm not surprised. I do. Can I take out all 8 of these books? I will bring them back next week.
The library, like you say library, and I think I can envision the library in St. Michael's, and immediately what I thought of was throw up.
Right. Well, it was across from the science labs, and they always smelled like vomit. I don't know if that was vomit, but the science labs always smell not that great.
Then right down the hall, there was the computer lab or the computer room. There was one computer in there.
Right.
Where we took turns playing whatever that game is.
Oregon Trail, where you died of dysentery.
Yeah, that I still have no clue what we were doing.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Such a great game.
Yeah,
she had a red hat.
Anyway, floppy disk.
All right, floppy disk. Stop. You're so distracting. So that's where I am. I'm here. And so pretty. But the reason that this apartment is so affordable is that Olivia saw a street fight the other night while she was here. And there's always a homeless person sleeping on the bench right outside the front door. Yesterday there was a group of them, and I'm pretty sure that they were doing heroin. I didn't stop to be like, hey, are you guys doing heroin? But I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So it's a little sketch.
Yeah.
But on the upside, there's a really nice restaurant across the street where I'm going to go and have lunch today with a client.
I would like to have lunch today.
And I mean, so getting Olivia moved in has been an adventure.
I would expect nothing less.
I didn't realize how much stuff we left at her place when we left and took the keys to the storage unit. So I don't know if you guys remember in May, Sarah and I came down to pack her up. And when we left, we took all of the keys to the storage unit. Now, mind you, there are 3 keys to the storage unit. There's 2 that Olivia has on her keychain and 1 emergency one that I keep in my backpack, attached to my backpack so that it never goes anywhere else. And I never go anywhere without my backpack. So it's always with me. But when we left, we took her 2 keys.
I didn't know this. Did I know this?
I don't think so. I think we only discovered it when I was halfway home and I was just fine. Yeah. We'll figure it out. But she took all the rest of that stuff over to a friend's house. So it only took us 2 trips from the storage unit, and she decided she didn't need her refrigerator. So we didn't even have to move that.
Okay, cool.
Right. So we get everything over there, and she's like, okay, thanks. I was like, do you want me to help you unpack? She was like, no.
I just saw a post that someone wrote about, it's to the kids. When your mom wants to unpack everything, just let her. When your dad wants to introduce himself to other people in the dorm and embarrass you, just let him. They're going through it.
I mean, I particularly this summer have so many conflicting emotions about sending Olivia back. So many, because I know she's over it. She's not super excited to be here.
Yeah.
She's not super excited to play soccer. She's not super excited about any of this. The first thing I did when I got here yesterday was just look up 5 psychiatrists.
Which is what you need to do.
Because we have to switch. You can't have the same psychiatrist that you do in PA because you can't see them often enough.
Because we don't have the technology for that these days, to see
Right.
them often enough when they're in a different state. It's very fucking weird.
Right, because we don't have a telephone that I could
No.
get to if somebody needed help, or
Yeah.
I don't have the ability to learn the differences of the laws or anything.
It's fucking stupid.
We can't figure out, like, between the states what's a crime and what isn't. What's mandatory to be reported. Like, we can't do that here because heaven forbid somebody listen. Anyway, so that's the first thing I did. So, like, anxious about leaving her. I'm anxious about her not being at home. I'm just anxious. And I'm never like anxious. That's not my thing.
No,
So
it's not.
I also had to text my therapist because I haven't had an appointment in about a month. And I was like, and then the voices in my head, the voice, not like the voices, but my your brain voice.
Yeah, you should name yours. We should figure out a name for yours. Esmeralda. That's too difficult. Dick.
There are no other names in my head right now. Jennifer.
Brain voice. Just, you could share brain voice. It's fine.
I'll think of a name for it later. Oliver.
Oliver. Do you know that Oliver is probably one of the biggest assholes that will ever be a part of your life, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Oliver is a huge dick. He's like, well, she probably canceled all of your appointments. And I was like, Oliver and I had a discussion and I was like, I don't think she would do that.
I think you're not telling me the truth, which is, that's a good sign. Like, you're talking to him, so you're aware that he's there.
Right.
That's the first step.
I don't think so, Ollie, I don't think that's true. Oliver, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to text her and see if maybe I missed an appointment or like, am I not getting the reminders? Did I lose my phone number, get lost? Like, what's up? I'm just going to ask her instead of listening to you.
Yeah.
So I did that and she was like, oh my gosh, no, I was on vacation for 2 weeks.
Okay.
And I was like, of course. Yeah, that makes so much more sense than you randomly deciding you don't want to talk to me anymore.
Right. Yeah.
So Emily and I have an appointment on Friday. I found a new PCP, which has needed to happen forever and ever. PCP isn't the drug. It's your primary care physician.
Yes.
So I've had the same primary care physician since I moved back here. And to be fair, he was kind of older when I moved back here.
When was the last time you saw him?
Had strep throat like 2 years ago.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen the lady for the Botox a couple of times. She's taken my blood pressure. I think that's the same thing.
Whatever. And she can fuck off.
Right. She also sent me a bill for a couple $100. Like, after we talked about yours, I was like, what?
Did they just decide to update their books and think, oh, wow, we've been collecting all this money for this other shit, and we forgot that they actually have to pay us for services. Oh, my gosh.
No.
Fuck
I have
you.
a shredder in my office. So
fuck you.
Good luck.
Here's my problem now, though, is I get my marijuana card through her.
Sugar. Switch that up.
Yeah, which means I'm gonna have to go in. Like, with her, it was just easier because I just called and they were like, all right, give me your credit card number.
Right. That is what made,
and at this point, I don't want to give her any more business because I'm so frustrated with my own shit. And then I've heard some of my other friends who go to her and I'm over her.
Yeah.
The
last time I was there, she sold me some snake oil pills. I was like, what is it? Yeah, go ahead, throw that on the bill. You just injected $700 worth of shit in my face. So, yeah.
I was happy. I got great things out of her. I was very happy with her for it's been 2.5 years, and I've never had a major complaint.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, I also felt like I was maybe a little more, what's the word for it? Not important, but like, I wasn't just someone that they're bringing in, like cycling through. Yes. Do you know what I mean? And now, like the past couple times I've been there, I felt like it was just get her in, get her out as quickly as possible. And I don't particularly like that.
I think the dynamic has definitely changed a bit.
Especially when I've waited for 2 hours in the lobby. Like, I would prefer that you don't come in. Well, and also the doctor that I made the appointment with isn't even the one I saw. Like, yeah, there was multiple things that I was like, this just doesn't cut it out if you want. But we had to pause because my sister was going to shit her pants.
Oh my God. Sorry
Your
guys.
face was the best though. Like, I'm so mad that you stopped the recording because your face literally was like this. Oh my God.
My eyes got real big. Yeah, I mean, I know. All right, I'm done talking about my poop. Nobody wants to hear that. I will suffice it to say that I was sweating, and so I didn't mean to interrupt your story. But yeah, I mean, the
I don't even
feel of
know
that
what
place was a
story.
little different. I felt like the last time I was there, she didn't remember me from the last time. And I mean, I know that they see a lot of people, and I know that it's only one doctor and a bunch of patients, but the least you could do is like a glance over my chart.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a stack of things that happened that I was like, all right, yeah, we're done. We're done here. And I mean, my PCP is all about the GLP-1 that I've been taking, and she's all about everything that that's done for me over the last 3 years. So I see her in December, and I'm pretty sure that if I want to continue, I will be able to get something through her. I don't think I'm going to need to continue to go to the other one.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing for me too. I wanted someone who was remotely going to look at anything other than the amount of pounds I had lost.
Yeah.
I felt like she would remember me once I said how much weight I had lost. And then she was like, "That is amazing.
Yeah.
We've done so well with you."
What?
What?
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So picked a new PCP and then made an appointment. So I go to my new PCP to get a physical to make sure that I'm not dying. And then arrange to maybe get my Vyvanse prescription through the PCP because I don't think that the psychiatrist really does that much for me other than prescribe the Vyvanse. And Emily and I kind of keep an eye on symptoms and side effects and all of that. So if I think I'm going to manage it that way rather than trying to, do anything else because I'm not sure, but I think I can see my PCP virtually even if I'm in a different state.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. It's probably not true. Like anything to get the scheduled 412 narcotic that I take to make me a normal person is going to be a barrier. But I don't know if I told you this, but I mean, not having the Vyvanse for a while and then taking the Vyvanse has shown me that quit fucking around because you need it and you are a better person on it than off of it.
Yeah.
So there we go. That is my health journey these days. Like
I like it.
new PCP, new start. I also find that if you're not taking the Vyvanse, it's really hard to arrange to take the Vyvanse. So it is important to make the plans ahead of time, preventatively, to make sure that this doesn't happen. Like when your doctor says, I'm going on mat leave and I'm not going to be back, and here's how you can get your medicine, you should probably write that shit down.
Yeah. Do that. Like, I mean, with your insurance, how many months, like prescription, how many times do you have to see the doctor?
You have to see them, I think, every third month, but
Because that's
you
what mine
have to
is.
interact with them every month. Like you can't,
Yeah.
Vyvanse won't come with any refills. Like there's just none. You can't get
Okay.
refills until you talk to the office and be like, hey, everything's fine. I feel great. Can you have her refill it?
Yeah.
And then the third time you try to do that, they're like, oh, you have to come in and see her.
Just make sure that you have those reminders. Because I feel like you haven't done really well with that.
No, like I was really good with it because I would get down to 3 pills. Well, I would get down to like 10 and be like, oh, you really need to do something here. Like you really need to do something. And then I would forget until like the next day. So then I would get down to 3 pills and I'm like, oh, I got to call the office. And sometimes I would be traveling. Like when I had to have that prescription filled in Philadelphia and my buddy Nicole had to go pick it up.
Yeah. I feel like you could do better.
Yeah,
I feel
I
like,
definitely could do better. There are definitely ways that I could do better. Do you remember when we read the AD or AI for ADHD? I have been doing a lot of the techniques from that, and for about 2-3 weeks now, like
yeah.
really committed to it. And damn, damn,
So what have you
like
been, what are the techniques that you're doing?
Like every time I think of something, I just
Hmm.
open up, I tell like my little Siri, I'm like,
Hmm.
hey, can you open Chat GPT and tell it to add this to my list? And then in the morning, I'll log in and be like, Chat GPT, can you tell me what I'm doing today?
Hmm.
I'm like, can you move that one to tomorrow? This one isn't important. And I can do that all yammering away. Like I don't have to
Yeah.
type. And if I can do it while I'm yammering, then Chad organizes it. He puts it
Hmm.
in like its own little chat thing. So if I
Yeah.
forget, I'm like, okay, when am I going to jiu-jitsu this week? He's like, oh, you have classes scheduled on Tuesday and Thursday. You also have yoga on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and you have 20 minutes of meditation at lunchtime. I'm like,
Are you doing all of that?
the jujitsu, no, because I'm out of here. I'm in North Carolina, so I can't until I get back home. But the yoga, yes, I got my yoga mat right there.
Yay.
And the meditation at lunchtime definitely is happening. Like, even with the chaos this week, I mean, other than Monday when I was driving, it's bad to meditate and drive at the same time.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea.
I mean, I did take a little quiet time where I turned off the podcast and just had some thoughts while I
Yeah.
was driving. So I feel like that was my meditation substitute. So it does that. And then I've got a little recorder on my phone that listens to my meetings and makes meeting notes and action items that I can then like put into my OneNote or on my Remarkable on my little paper tablet.
Yeah.
So that even just Tuesday has been kind of a game changer. I was like,
Good.
oh my God, I don't have to like my big ADHD concern and worry is that I try to keep so much shit in my head
Hmm.
that I can't like there gets to be like one too many things and then my brain goes, "You know what? Fuck it." And throws everything up in the air and then I can't remember anything. Like
Yeah.
nothing gets done then. So, if I can get those things out, like do you remember in the Harry Potter movies where Dumbledore's like pulling the shit out with his magic
Hmm.
wand and putting it in the cup? If I can do that, then there's more room for me to keep track of like the things that have to happen right now. So I am loving it. And I think if I can knock on wood here, if I can manage
Come
to
in.
come in, if I can manage to maintain that routine, which is really what you just have to get into the routine. If I can
It's,
manage to maintain that
yep.
and someone around me can remind me that this isn't a pain in the ass and it's really important and a positive thing and it's not boring and it's not stupid. And if I can turn it into something like a game,
Yeah.
like
Gamify it.
exactly. Like if I can figure a way, probably in like a month, to start giving myself points for doing some things, and then I can like change that up in a month and use something different. Cause I think that part of what the AI book talks about is finding things that work and finding things that work right now. And a big part of me being able to kind of get through a lot of the chaos is being able to find different things that work. Like, okay, now I do jujitsu, but I also like to dabble in yoga and, you know, there are different things that are going to work at different times, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And if I can prepare for that and kind of anticipate it, then I would be better served. Do you know what I mean? That was really rambly, but you kind of get the idea. Like,
Yeah.
I know that in a month it's not going to be this way, and I'm going to have to do something to tweak it and make it interesting and exciting and new and fun. Or I'm going to be like, fuck, it's so fucking boring to listen to chat every day.
Yeah. Ultimately, the things that make us the happiest, scientifically speaking, I don't know the actual studies or anything like that, but the things that make us the happiest are the most boring.
Yeah, I mean that kind of goes with it. And for me, unacceptable. Like that's just unacceptable. Like part of what makes me tick as a human being is being able to do something different every couple of weeks. Like that is I don't know, when we're talking about values, I don't know that that's a value, but that is a thing that moves stuff forward. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So now we're
Yeah.
just going to do pop coaching with me on the podcast.
You need variety. You need change.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I switch jobs every 2 years.
Yeah, you
Even
didn't
when
do that until like recently, and that's fine.
I looked back at my resume because I was pulling some shit together. And even when I was at the same company for years and years, I had a different
Yeah.
job. Like I got promoted or I moved laterally every
Yeah. My
the same frequency.
mine my timeline is 3 months or 3 months, 3 years. That seems to be my consistent, like that's when I'm like I got to do something different.
Right. I gotta.
Which me starting this business is 100% in line with that time table. And that's how it's been. I've been with the company I'm with now for 10 years in October, and I've had 3 different positions, which is consistent with that. And now instead of switching positions, because I'm into my 3rd year in this position, I'm just starting a business outside of it.
Right. I mean, these are the things that if you can recognize them and work with them instead of against them, then you can manage the challenges, I think. Like the same thing with making my appointments at the psychiatrist or to get the Vyvanse. If I can anticipate it, like if I can tell Chad, "Hey, I'm going to forget, but in 3 months from today, mark that date down and when I ask you what I'm doing on that day, tell me I need a prescription refill."
Yeah. And you
That's
just have
my
to, I
to-do
mean,
list.
you have to listen to Chad too. Like
Yeah. Yeah,
just
you gotta follow through. Like, that's also
actually
the thing.
do it. With me, like consistency though, Noah and I are going to start doing yoga together.
Yay!
But one of the reasons I suggested that is because I am bad with consistency on my own. So sometimes I need a little bit of help. And like I'm pretty consistent with my meditation and doing it daily ish. Uh, that's it. It's just consistency. That's the key to it all is being able to be consistent with it. And I do better with consistency when I have other people working with me. So Noah and I are going to start doing yoga together because that's really what I want to do as far as my exercise, because I need to build more exercise and physical movement into my days.
You wanna
So,
come to jujitsu with me?
not even in the slightest. Nope.
I need a
No.
jujitsu friend.
No, I should never have to leave this fucking house for physical activity. We have a Peloton bike, we have a Peloton tread, we have some other step machine, Bowflex, whatever the fuck that is. We've got yoga mats out the wazoo. We have everything we fucking need. So I should never have to leave this house. But yeah, and I mean that's part of the boring. That's part of the things that make you happy. And your exercise, your diet, your sleep, those are the most boring, but they are scientifically proven to have a huge impact on the happiness in your life.
This is something that I tried to convey to Olivia, like, last week and this week. I'm like, "Listen, here are the things that you can control about your fitness test that you're currently obsessing about.
Mm-hmm.
You can control how much water you drink. You can control how much sleep you get. You can control how much protein and carbs and fat you eat. You can control how you approach this physical fitness test mentally. Like the things you can control are what other people did over the summer, what other people are going to think about you when you're doing the test, where you fall in the rank. Those are beyond your control. Like you cannot control what other people are doing. So focus on the things that you can control, even though they suck and they're boring, even though it's how much water did I drink today? Not
Right.
enough.
Right.
Those are also, I'm so sorry. We were moving Olivia in yesterday, and she said the most important thing that I've ever heard Olivia say.
Oh, okay.
She said, "I don't think anyone gives a shit about how much stuff I have." Because David was like, "What do other people think about how much stuff you have?" And she's like, "Oh, no one
Yeah,
cares.
nobody cares. Nobody's
Nobody
looking at
cares about
that.
how much stuff I
They're
have."
they're worried about their own stuff. And even if it's not stuff they're worried about something else that's
They're not.
not definitely not your stuff.
They might take a look at it and be like, wow, Olivia
Ooh,
has
she's
a lot.
got a lot of stuff. And then they move on.
Yeah, then there's another thought that replaces it almost immediately. So the awesome thing was that she gets that. She doesn't listen to that all the time, but I mean, she's 20, so
I don't listen to it all the time. And I mean, it's my go-to. But I mean, that's just the way it is. We're all fucking struggling in some way. It's like Dan Harris and his what's it called? His opening line of everything. Welcome, my fellow suffering human beings.
yes,
Because that's
I adore it.
we're all going through it, whether we're leading meditation, whether we're starting a coaching business. We don't know it all. We're all trying to figure it out ourselves.
Right. Like you don't get a dress rehearsal for this. Like nothing is promised, nothing is planned. And part of life is that like that's kind of the beauty of it. Like you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, for people with a spicy ADHD brain, they get bored real easy. The idea that, you don't know what's coming next is kind of exciting. That's where we shine. Problem solving. And that's kind of what makes the ADHD people good at the jobs that they pick sometimes, is that it just requires a lot of pivoting and a lot of firefighting and a lot of, well, okay, let's think about how we can solve this. So that's what I got as far as mental health stuff this week. Well, these 2 weeks. And I love like the takeaway, I think, from your stuff and from my stuff is that the boring is where you find the growth. And being able to make the boring palatable. Like, how do I make it so that I can do yoga every day? How do I make it so I can be consistent? And that's how you move forward. Like, I love that. Like, I always love the fact that you're gonna have to struggle in order to grow. Because when you're going through it, the struggle seems so struggly, for lack of a better word. The struggle seems so struggly.
I think it's also really important for us to realize that sometimes the struggle doesn't end the way that we want it to. And we have to move on from that. And it's not always awesome. Like, it's not always like, okay, well, that didn't turn out the way I wanted to, but it's better this way. It's not always like that. Like, sometimes the struggle doesn't land us where we want to. Regardless if we could see it outwardly or not, there's some sort of growth in there. And that's what you just have to bring forward with you. And you also have to work on acceptance of yourself. Like, that's a huge part of it, is being able to hone in on self-compassion and not being so fucking hard on yourself. Like, everything that happens isn't the end of the world, and everything that happens isn't your fault. And there's ways that we can move on from things and not be such assholes to ourselves, because that makes things a lot worse.
How do you think we learn to be assholes to ourselves? Like, this is one that's been niggling at sort of like the outside edges of my brain for a while. Like, why do we do that? Like, and why do some of us, is that the mental health aspect of it? Is that the brain chemistry piece of it? Is that some of us are just way more hypercritical of ourselves than others? I mean, that's just a fascinating
it's
kind
just
of thing.
the way that your brain works. But in, like, I think that most of the time you have, and probably a bit of both, just like everything, a little bit of balance is the best. But a lot of times you have, everything's my fault. Like I think we talked about it before. Like, I get an email about something that I was working on, and I'm like, fuck, what did I do wrong? But then on the other side of that, you have people who directly go to blaming someone else, like, immediately. Well, I know what I did was right. What the fuck did you do? Like, so there's there's got to be a center to that, where you have a healthy dose of each of those, I guess, or you just focus on right now what needs to be done, instead of focusing on what somebody else or you did in the past that you can't fucking change.
Right. I actually had a conversation yesterday, trying to get some stuff done at work, and somebody didn't do something and we needed it done. And, you've been in these situations, but everyone's been in these situations before, whether you work in like clinical research or internal railroad tie sales or IT or whatever. Like you've been in these situations before where somebody needed to do something and they didn't do it and now it's a crisis. And yeah, we could have, it wouldn't have been a crisis if it would have gotten done. But now it needs to get done. So we had a group meeting yesterday and the one girl was like, okay, so how do we assess whose fault this is? And I was like, I don't think it's the time for that. I think it's the time for us to figure out who's going to do it. Like, do you want me to do it? I'll do it. I mean, I've got
Yeah.
the biggest title here, but if it needs done, I'll do it. I mean, I didn't say it out loud, but because it just needs to get done. And then we can come back and we can figure out who
Could do the
did it.
postmortem.
Right. Like, I'm going to always go back to the point where I'm responsible for it. And that's why it didn't get done, because I didn't do something. Even if it wasn't my direct responsibility, even if it isn't my department, like I didn't do something to get it done. So we can have that conversation, but right now just get it done. Like let's not.
Yeah, that
fuck
has to be
around.
the first
Yeah, and then
priority is getting it done, and then we'll figure out where it went wrong. And it's not always, I mean, it depends on the scenario. It's not always what someone did wrong. It's just something
right.
happened that threw it in the wrong direction. So let's figure out what happened and how we make sure it doesn't happen in the future. These meetings, like the postmortem meetings, they're not to blame somebody. They're not to blame anything. What they are is to learn
Yeah,
and grow
lessons
from.
learned. Like let's take the lesson and figure out how we can remove the onus from one person, share the responsibility is the way that I like to go into a lessons learned. And somebody called me and said, "Hey, you have to be more aggressive." I'm like, "I don't. Thank
Why?
you.
Yeah, I don't think that that's necessary.
I don't." They're like, "Well, this is clearly blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "It isn't. What this is a problem with process. It's hardly ever a problem with people. It's a problem anyway. We're getting into organizational change management at this point. So maybe we pull it back." But I think that the thing was, like, out of that conversation was you just have to work with who you are, right? Like, I'm
Yeah.
not going to be aggressive. I'm going to learn a lesson and we're going to put that in place and my organization is going to be better for it.
And those, I mean, yeah, we're talking about organizational, or you know what I mean, change process. Um, but this is also 100% applicable to your life and your
Yeah,
brain voice, and
right.
like going back and assessing, not obsessing, but just
Right.
assess what
Assessing.
happened and learn and move forward. Like that's the best we could do. Take responsibility where you need to.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's all you can control. You can't force somebody else to take responsibility for their actions. Take responsibility for what you do and then move forward.
I think what you said about responsibility kicked off a whole series of things in my head, getting back to kind of Mark Manson. That was it. Mark Manson. Like getting back to Mark Manson and being like, yeah, responsibility doesn't always mean that you have to feel bad. Like responsibility doesn't always mean that you have to be like, oh, I suck. Responsibility is just that, just the lessons learned, right? Like I'm not responsible for getting into a car accident and losing the feeling on the right side of my body. What I am responsible for is reacting to that and finding the way to make something positive out of it, or finding a way to move forward, not necessarily be positive. But like those are the things. Like those are the areas of suffering where you come out better. Yay. All right, quickly, before we shut her down, you and I are going on a meditation retreat.
We are, yes.
Which I think is going to be our version of hell.
Yeah. It sounded like a great fucking idea
It
until
really
you
did.
signed us up. And then I got the email about like all of it and found out we're going to be in, I don't know. Here's the thing about this and what we should be practicing. I have made up in my head, my brain voice has made up what the whole weekend is going to be like. And it's not good. It's not good. And these are things that I need to stop and say, how the fuck do you know that? You don't fucking know that brain voice. Suck it. We're going to go up there with our minds open and we're going to breathe and we're going to breathe like nobody's business. And we're going to fuck that shit up. We're not going to be able to be near each other because all we will do is fucking giggle. So, I mean, we might have to do some prepping like on the drive there. it should be very, very interesting. And I'm going to do my best from this point forward to tell my brain voice to fuck off and not have any expectations and just go into it with an open mind. And patchouli.
It's gonna be fine. Like it would be different if it wasn't Dan Harris, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that pulls me back and makes me feel better about it, because Dan Harris is the person who was able to get across to me that we can do this without having that woo woo. We
Right.
can do this without being, um, yeah, woo
Hippie,
woo.
hippy
Yeah,
dippy
hippy
patchouli.
dippy. Yeah. Which, I mean, and that's cool. I'm sure we'll have some hippie folks there and do your thing. That's cool.
I
But
accept. I accept.
but I feel like he normalized it way better than anybody that I have read about or did any research on it. Because, before Dan Harris, I did a shit ton of meditation
Right.
research.
Yeah. Yeah. Same. Same. I had meditation for dummies on my shelf for like 10 years. Like I was really into the yoga and meditation research, like finding my
Same.
center.
I
No,
tried to do I tried to do meditation on the Peloton app. That was my extent. And I was like, fuck you. I mean, I was very adamant about it when I was like, I would never be able to do this. This is fucking stupid. Quit telling me to clear my mind. I can't.
burp, 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 burp. Okay, and just to put a frame around it, Sarah and I have always talked about when we go to hell or purgatory or whatever thing that happens after this, where you pay for your sins. We are going to be in glass boxes that are next to each other that are
Yep.
soundproof, where we
Yeah.
can see each other and we can't communicate in any way. Like there's no like eye raising. Like I just have to look at her. She can look at me, and there will be a parade of people that walk past that are begging for commentary. And
Yes.
that is our version of hell. And now we are taking ourselves off to a meditation retreat where talking is discouraged. Loud, shoulder shaking laughter and braying like donkeys is, I think, implied that that's discouraged. And that is generally how we would approach a situation like this, is
Yeah.
just
I mean,
obnoxious.
it's going to be uncomfortable for us because this is new. And the way we deal with being uncomfortable is being funny and making each other laugh. Yeah. So it's going to be fun. It'll be a great experience. And I personally believe that we will walk away from it with a very different perspective.
I mean,
And
I'm really looking forward to it because even if it is, whatever it is going to be
yeah,
something to talk about
for
and
sure.
share. And we will have come out of it learning something. I am 100% sure.
100%.
If I go away to meditate and I can't find a way to meditate or can't find a way to take something out of this that feeds that part of my brain that I think needs to be fed, then I think that's also telling. Like, maybe meditation retreats aren't for me. Maybe meditation is something slightly different for me. So I'm pumped. I'm so excited that you're going to do it with me. Like, I don't
And
even know what
Dan
this
Harris frames it as it's a meditation party.
meditation party. Woo woo. We're going to eat granola and we're going to live in a tent. It's going to be
Yeah,
amazing.
whatever.
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 All right,
Whatever
Princess.
happens, happens.
Shall we
All right,
wrap this up?
wrap it up.
Thank you so much for listening to me yammer away. Thank you so much for being my sister. I love you and I'm super proud of you. And pop it off. That's all I got.
Pop it off. All right. Love you.